Need some coins or MT for that God Squad you've always wanted? For fast and cheap currency, make sure to check out MMOEXP.com and use code ZERK for 5% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another Madden Ultimate Team video, and today I'm going to be going over my Madden 23 Core Elite Cornerback predictions. Now, I will let you guys know that in Madden 22 there were 28 Core Elite corners. So just like with wide receivers, there were 28 there as well. I'm only going to be doing my top 10. So there will be some players that maybe you guys will not hear me say, that are going to be 80 overalls, 81 overalls, whatever, because there are a lot of corners, and I'll let you know, the lowest rated guy on my list is actually 83 overall. I do want to give a shout out to Montana for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shout out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subs to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. Also, if you guys want to check out Underdog Fantasy, you can use code ZERK to match first deposit up to $100 and follow me over on Twitter for my picks. And as well, I am currently running a huge giveaway over on Twitter for 5 all Madden editions of Madden 23. Yes, 5 all Madden editions. So check that out. Those links will be at the top of the comment section. As I said, guys, I'm going to do my top 10 because there's 28 base elite corners we had this year, and there'll probably be a lot of them next year as well. So let me know down below what corners you think will get an elite, be a lower overall, whatever. But there is one player that I want to mention before I get into my list that I have as an honorable mention, mostly because I feel like he's probably going to be an 83 overall. The big issue is injuries, right? You just don't exactly know what EA is going to do when it comes to someone getting injured. But Trenavius White, little spoiler before we even get into the list, the lowest overall I actually have in the list I'm going to go over is an 83 overall. I think Trenavius White, you guys can see right here, he was an 85 this year. I think he's going to go down. Now, obviously, he actually was playing pretty well when he did play this year. He only played in 11 games, but he was playing pretty well. He is, of course, a top cornerback in the league. He did only have 1 interception, which is the lowest of his career so far, but again, he only played in 11 games, and then he tore his ACL. The thing is, you can see with the corners, we only had 285 overall corners, whatever, 186, 187, 188 this year. I have some players that I think are going to get like 85s, 86s, 87s. So simply because we're going to have so many more players that are higher, I think they're going to bump White down, and he's probably going to be like 83, 84, but the lowest on my list is 83, so he's not on there. I want to count him as an honorable mention. So now let's get into my list of who I think will be a top 10 cornerback in Madden Ultimate Team to start off the year. So starting off, we do have AJ Tyrell. You guys know I've talked about AJ Tyrell a lot this year. Personally, I am a big fan of him. I think he is really, really good. Now, he doesn't get the most interceptions. He only has 3 interceptions. He had 52 tackles and a forced fumble, but he was really, really good in terms of actual coverage. In terms of being a lockdown corner, AJ Tyrell this year was really good. Now, will he make such a big jump from a 73 up to what I predict as an 83? That is going to be the issue, but I mean, when you look at the stats and everything, he probably should be a top 10 corner in MUT anyways, so I'm going to say it, 83. Another player that I think is going to get a little bit of a bump up here is going to be Darius Slay. He was an 82 overall to start this year. By the way, shout out to Darius Slay. He follows me over on Twitter. I believe he does also watch the video, so if you're watching this, even though you're an Eagle, I'll give you a little bit of respect here. He's up to an 83 overall. I think he will be anyways for Madden 23. Now, a couple of things that actually changed about Slay this year. He had a touchdown. I think he actually had a couple of touchdowns this year. So I think he had 3 total TDs, I want to say. And on top of that, he did also have 3 interceptions. Not as many as, when he had that crazy season back in 2017 where I believe he had like 7 or 8 interceptions. But he did have 3 picks, 3 touchdowns. He had a really, really good year. So a slight bump up. I'll make him 83. Now, honestly, I'm kind of surprised to even see that he started the year off with such a low overall card, because to me, he's definitely one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. But Marshawn Latimer started off Madden 22 with an 81 overall, and I think this year he's going to be an 83 overall, just like Slay and AJ Tyrell to start off this season. He did post his career high in terms of tackles with 68 total tackles, and then he also did have a fumble recovery and 3 interceptions as well. And as I said, I just kind of feel like Latimore's known to be a top corner in the league. 83 seems good. Unfortunately, Marlon Humphrey only got to play in 12 games this year, but in those 12 games, honestly, and if you take a look at his stats, he was not putting up numbers like he did last year. That is for sure. He got absolutely torched by Jamar Chase. I know it wasn't just him that got torched by Chase, but Chase was definitely cooking on him. And then on top of that, so far, again, he only played 12 games. He had only 1 forced fumble, whereas last year, when he started off with 85 overall, he had 8 forced fumbles and 2.5 sacks the year prior. Interceptions, only had 1 interception so far in the year. So we definitely had a little bit of a down year. So Humphrey, I have going from an 85, just slightly down to an 84. Now, Denzel Ward got a crazy contract extension this offseason, and I believe Denzel Ward had an 83 overall this year, is going to get a little bump up to an 84 overall. Now, Denzel Ward did have 3 interceptions. He also ended up having a touchdown as well. And of course, he is one of the best young cornerbacks in the entire NFL. Now, Stefan Gilmore had a very, very interesting year because this year he only ended up playing a total of 8 games for the Panthers, and now he's actually going to be a Colt. Now, he started off this season with an 86 overall. And honestly, I think they are going to kind of factor in that he only played in 8 games and that he is going to a new team as well. So with Gilmore, I think he's going to come down from 86. And again, this also has to, do with the fact that I think there are going to be some people that will replace him in terms of overall. So I'm going to have him going from an 86 down to an 84 overall. Gilmore did only put up a total of 16 tackles in the 8 games with 2 interceptions. It's not like he's washed up. He's still really, really good. And of course, having a monster breakout season, Trevon Diggs. Absolutely love my man Trevon Diggs, and next year he will be number 7 to start off the year, not 27 with that card art there. But regardless, he led the NFL in interceptions with 11 interceptions. That alone is guaranteed to get you a decent card. And on top of that, he had 43 tackles, and he was really, really, really good. Some people say he's overrated. Some people say he's too hated on. I think he's too hated on for sure. He's just a playmaker. So Diggs, I have him getting an 85 overall, which would be a huge jump from 71 that he started last year at. I think he will probably get it, though, up to 85 overall. And right behind Diggs in interceptions was J.C. Jackson. He had 44 tackles, a forced fumble, and 8 interceptions. And I do kind of feel like J.C. Jackson and Diggs, they're both going to be 85s. I think I like that. Jairo Alexander is another player who ended up getting hurt and only played in 4 total games, but he's such a good corner, and the Packers know that they as well, just like the Browns and Denzel Ward, gave him a monster contract extension. And in those 4 games that he was able to play, he put up 14 tackles, or actually 13 tackles, and 1 interception. He is still one of the absolute best cornerbacks in the league. So just because he didn't put up the most stats, whatever, I do have him coming down from an 87 to 86. Not a big change, but I do have him going to 86. And little spoiler here, I actually do not have a single corner that I think is going to be an 87 this year. I think it's going to be a straight jump from 86 up to 88. And that, of course, is because Jalen Ramsey is still the best cornerback in the NFL. I just truly don't think it's much of a competition. This year, he put up a career high in tackles with 77 tackles. The year before that, he only had 44 tackles. Interceptions as well. He had 4 interceptions, which is tied for the most in his career. They also ended up going to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl, and he had a forced fumble. And it's Jalen Ramsey. This dude is, without a doubt, in my opinion, the best cornerback in the NFL still, and I think he is by far going to be the best cornerback to start off the year, because I don't even think anyone's going to be 87, let alone 88 overall, like Ramsey should and will repeat to start off Madden 23. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, and of course hit that sub button down below. I know that cornerback is gonna be very controversial. I feel like for sure gonna be very, very controversial here. So let me know down below any other cornerbacks that you feel like could be 83s, 84s, 85s. Maybe you think I'm too low, too high with some of these ratings. I feel like I know which ones you guys are gonna say are too high. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time.